What's going on out there, everybody? So, there is no such thing as get rich quick. It doesn't happen. There might be people out there who have some stories to say that it is true, and that, you know, they have evidence or whatever, but it actually never happened to them. So that's why most people, you know, who have this thing in their mind that they're going to get rich by investing in crypto or doing all these other things and just sitting around on a computer all day and doing these pump and dump schemes with AMC and GME and all this stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, I bought AMC a long time ago, but I, just like anybody else, I bought it, I saw it go up, and I saw it was coming down, and it was coming down rapidly, and I sold it. And then I left it alone for like months, and then all of a sudden it's $50. I mean, that's just like how anything else is. I mean, crypto is the same way. You know, I bought Bitcoin in, I believe it was 2010 or was it 2010 or it was 2012. I bought Bitcoin, and it was pretty high up there when I bought it. But I mean, I did not foresee it going up to what it went up to, and I actually had 5 Bitcoin at the time, so I bought 5 of them, and I think there were several $100s for each one, and I bought one, and then I waited for the price to drop, and I bought another one. I was starting to get the hang of it, and then years later, I reopened up my Coinbase account, got back on Coinbase, and I sold them all. You know, because I didn't see it jumping up that high. That's when Bitcoin was still really low. And then I jumped on Dogecoin, but it was too late. No, it wasn't really too late because I bought it at 3 cents and then I sold it at almost 70. But Robinhood is a scam, just like Coinbase and just like a lot of other platforms. They're scammers. They'll shut the server down right when the price is going up, and then they'll turn it back on when the price starts to plummet, you know, or when it's plummeting, because they know that when the price is going up, they shut the servers off when it gets to a certain point, and then when the price starts to drop down, and that's when everybody starts to cash out. No one's buying in when the price is going down. They're buying in when the price is going up. So they know when to turn their servers off and know when to turn them back on. So so I sold it. I executed the order, and it wouldn't let me do it. It timed out, and but eventually it let me sell it, but at a way less price, thousands of dollars less than what I would have gotten when I executed the order the first time. And then they came back and tried to give me some money, a little bit of money, which was not enough to cover the difference. And I had Dogecoin for a long time, and I bought it. I think I bought some at like I bought them at 2 cents. I bought them at 3.5 cents, something like that. And I bought a lot. I bought quite a few. And there were some other ones on Coinbase, and a couple other ones on Crypto.com and Bitmart. And Bitmart's ridiculous because of the fees are so high, and you have to use Tether for everything. And I can't. To buy $150 worth of stuff, it cost me like $75, and that's a joke, you know. So I learned to use other things to keep the fees down. And then Ethereum, I've had Ethereum for almost it's been a while. It's been several years. I think I actually had it when I first came out. And I've got a few other ones, but man, once it gets over past the decimal point, you can no longer make huge amounts of money off of it unless you already have huge amounts of money. So if it's like at, you have the decimal point and then you have 5 zeros after the decimal point and you have a 1 and you invest $5,000 into, any crypto, generic crypto, right? And all of a sudden people start to buy into it and it goes up to those zeros, it starts to get closer to the decimal point, and you put in $5,000. So who knows? You probably have 50 million coins. So you got 50 million coins, but the price goes up, and people see that and they start to cash out, and then the price will go down, and then the price will go back up, and it'll keep doing that, and sometimes it does it for years. Until it gets closer to that decimal point. And man, most people don't hold on to crypto that long. They only hold on to it for a couple of months. And on Coinbase and there's a couple other platforms will tell you how long people hold on to these cryptos. And Coinbase, I believe they do. And those, most people cash out right away. They see the price, they put in $5,000 and they're buying it at a dime, and then it goes up to 50 cents, they fucking cash out. They're not going to sit there and wait for that thing to jump up to $2, not with $5,000 sitting in there. These people don't have expendable amounts of money. And that's one thing that I cannot stand about people who invest, and like all these people now on Wall Street Bets and all these other Facebook groups and social media groups, and they're trying to rally people to buy into all this stuff. Man, most of those things on there are bots. They're like Russians and people from different countries, and they're spreading disinformation and trying to confuse everyone. There's no way you're able to do something like this unless you have a completely closed private group, and everyone, you have to prove your credentials. You have to prove that you are this person and that you have this much invested. You don't even have to tell them what you have invested. You just have to make sure that the person who's moderating that group, who is the creator or whatever of that group, has to make sure that you are an actual United States citizen that is on that group investing in what you say you're investing. A Facebook group that has 40 million people in it. It's almost probably 30 million of them are fake people. It's a fake account. It's just people making up stuff and making up fake posts. To the layman or somebody who isn't really good at spotting things fake on the internet, a lot of the shit looks real. Because most of the people who are on Facebook, who go on like YouTube and stuff like that, man, those are just rabbit holes, and people just fall into it. I know people that sit there on their phone or on their computer all night just scrolling through Facebook feeds and all types of stuff. And those people, man, they don't pay attention to what's real and what's not. And they start to believe that type of shit. Because I've had conversations with people, and once they start to bring up, oh, did you see that meme on Facebook? Or I saw it I'm like, they tell me something, and I'll tell them, no, that's not real. That didn't really happen. And they say, oh, I saw it on Facebook. Okay. And you're also the same person who's investing thousands of dollars into crypto, but you believe shit that you see on Facebook, even though it's not fucking real, and everyone just told you that. They're like, oh, it is real. I saw it. I'm like, what I just told you is the truth. And what you're telling me is a lie. And then you expect me to believe that you're some kind of, some crypto specialist? You're out of your fucking mind. That shit just doesn't happen, bro. If you save your money and put it into real estate, like buying your own rental properties, living in a single family home probably isn't a good idea unless you have enough money to cover it. But having rental properties, buying a building that has businesses in it, something like that, that's that will generate you income. That's an asset, you know. But taking your money and dumping it into crypto, dumping it into all these meme stocks, dumping it into that stuff, unless you are an expert and you know what you are doing, but even experts lose money. Unless you're an expert, you know what you've been doing this for years, and you have binders and all type, you have spreadsheets that are just mind-boggling of stock trends and crypto trends and all this stuff, and you studied it and you have it down pat and you're making money off of it, then you're the man. But all these other people that are on all these different groups and they're saying this and that and AMC and the squeeze and all this shit, they most of them don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. Because I've been in these groups before and people are like, oh, buy into this and buy into that, and they're wasting all their money on these dumb little fucking things. I mean, okay, it's just like anything else. It's like a roulette wheel, bro. If you have a roulette wheel but with one ball, and there's fucking 100 slots that it can fall into, well, try having fucking 50 balls, throwing 50 balls on it. So take your money and spread it across some cryptos that you believe, or you have some type of knowledge that they're gonna go up eventually. You don't have to put a whole bunch of money just into one, or you know, you can spread your money out across a whole bunch of different cryptos, you know, like Shiba Inu. Bone is supposed to be coming out July 1st, which is tomorrow. Leash is another one, which is actually pretty expensive. And it's called Dodge Killer. Then you have Ethereum, and then you have it's actually Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0. Then you have Tezos. You have Algorand. Those are like proof of stake ones. And you can do, I think you're going to be able to do proof of stake on Shiba Swap and Uniswap. Not really sure, but you'll have to go on shibatoken.com or something like that to find out. And there's some other ones out there, you know, and I already know, like if I said this in a group setting with a whole bunch of people who invested into crypto and stocks and stuff like that, they would probably be throwing their drinks and tomatoes and paper and all types, spitballs, everything at me, because they will fight tooth and nail against everything that anyone says. The only thing that is real to them is what's in their fucking mind or what they see on Facebook. It's a crock of fucking shit. Like I have some friends that I talk to where we analyze things at different times of the day, and you know, and throughout the week, throughout the month, and we go back on trends, and we look at things and we analyze it, and we've actually done pretty good with that method. I don't know if other people kind of use that method. Well, you know, we do like little timelines of different cryptos, different stocks, and then we take into account like news articles and what people say and how the media puts it out there, how people are reacting to it, because it's you know, with the Elon Musk thing, and then when he went on SNL, Dogecoin just dropped, you know, but people started buying into Shiba Inu because it looks like Dogecoin. So obviously there's a ton of people out there with money who bought into it just because it looks like that. See, they're not actually, so that tells me that they're not actually reading or listening to what people are saying. And that's a huge problem when you have groups like Wall Street Bets and stuff like that. Those people don't know each other. You know, I had a couple other profiles and I've been in a couple other groups, and not a single one of those groups has helped me with anything. I've done everything on my own or with the counsel of the people that I know that are doing the same thing that I'm doing, and we're all trying to stay on the same page, just between two people. It's improbable for a group of millions of people to stay on the same page unless they have somebody who is running the show. And they don't have anybody running the show. It's just people going wild and spreading information that most of the information is not even true. So there is no get rich quick. You might think that there is, and there's people out there who are saying, oh yes there is, man, I made this amount of money. No, you didn't. You're a liar. Prove it to us. Show us that you made that much money. If you put in, I saw a guy put in $50,000 into Dogecoin and only made 15 cents on every single Dogecoin that he bought, and he cashed it out. Why would you do that? You should have waited until the price went up at least to double or 2.5 times your money. Why would you only collect 15 cents off of every Dogecoin that you bought? That's the dumbest fucking thing you can do. You're paying a whole shitload of fees. All that stuff. Why would you do something like that? Obviously, other people thought that it was actual, it was real, and then I broke it down. I'm like, you know what? I go back and I look at the guy's profile, and I look at all his stats and everything, and he has all these contradicting posts about all these different stocks and cryptos. So I knew it was a fake account right away, you know? And then when I click on some of the photos on there, it's like you can tell that it's actually a generic photo. Like it's just a person where it's just somebody who took a whole bunch of photos from another Facebook account or somewhere off of the internet where all the photos are like in one photo album, and then they spread it out over one Facebook account and made it look like it was an actual person. There's people out there that probably get paid to do this somewhere in, like, you know, who knows, man, Russia, China, Nigeria, or, you know, one of those, some offshoot place that nobody even knows. It's probably not even on a map, you know, but that happens a lot. So if you think you're going to get rich off of crypto, it's not going to happen. I mean, I'm not going to lie and say that I never made any money off of it, but I'm also not going to sit here and tell you that I'm living large off of crypto, because no one's living large off of crypto unless you have large amounts of money. So if you have $1 million and you put in $1 million and the stock only costs 1 penny and it goes up to 15 cents, right? Then you have a lot of money. But if you put in $100 and it only goes up 15 cents, that's not anything. That's nothing. You need buku cash to make things happen, you know? And then you also look, after you cash out, you lower the price of the crypto, because you just cashed out millions of coins if they are what you bought them at, you know? So my thing is that eventually what will happen is, since I put in different amounts of money across the board when these cryptos are super low, eventually one of them is going to take off and it's going to get up there, and we're going to catch it, and it's going to go up, and we're going to make some money, hopefully. You know, I mean, even if it's, you know, a couple $100 and you buy it low enough, if the closer it gets to that decimal point, over the decimal point, the more money you're going to have. But I mean, if you buy something when it's cost 30 cents and you put in $1,000 and then it goes up to 65 cents, it's not really worth it. You know, you're just doubling your money, but you still have to pay the fees and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And then you have to, you know, unless it's like one where you can just cash out instantly, you know, they charge a lot of money for that, man. You know, it's expensive. So that's what I don't get. You know, people are like, oh yeah, I made a couple $100. A couple $100 ain't nothing. That doesn't pay my bills. You need to make thousands of dollars when you're working with crypto. So that means you got to have thousands of dollars. But then you also have to be ready to lose that money. Whatever money you put in, this thing is a total crapshoot. Whatever money you put in, that's the money that you have to think about you could lose. You know what I mean? So you have to have a steady stream of income or you got to have something, you know? And most people don't have that, and they're betting all of their money on one thing, you know, and then thinking that it's going to go up, you know, high enough, and it doesn't. It doesn't ever get up that high. Dogecoin was a miracle that it got up to 69 cents, 70 cents. That was a miracle. And you know what? That's probably never going to happen again. Never. Because now they know how people operate. See, it's like a fight. We're fighting against all these people who have millions and billions of dollars, or billions. They can just buy a crypto out completely with all their money that they have and say, fuck it, and we're going to keep it. So you never show the fucking enemy how you're training or what you're doing, what's your game plan. But you got all these people on the internet who are like, oh yeah, my fucking game plan is to do this and to do that. Why would you tell somebody what you're thinking? You never tell anybody that. If the group was private and say there was about 10 million people and it was a private group, and then with those 10 million people, all those 10 million people are broken into other groups, and then those groups are broken into other groups. There has to be some sort of structure, and then there's a plan, the top page, the page that everybody's reading off of, and each one of those groups has to read off of that same page. So whenever that page comes out or gets updated, you have to have somebody in each one of those groups relaying that information to everyone else. So when everyone else gets that information, they can all make a move at the same time, the same move. Not a bunch of willy-nilly people doing stupid shit and doing gaga shit and running off at the mouth and putting up a whole bunch of memes. Oh, AMZ, when's the squeeze? Hey, apes, are you still holding? And everyone's spelling hold HODL. It's HOLD. Go to school, okay? And stop saying diamond hands, because nobody has diamond hands. You know who has diamond hands? Citadel in Chicago. Who else got diamond hands? BlackRock, JP Morgan. Who else got diamond hands? Anybody you can name that got big ass money, you know? Huge money. Those people got more money if those people combined got more money than the fucking United States government, believe it or not. There's nothing we can, Elon Musk went and bought Bitcoin. Don't you think that he cashed all of his shit out by now? You want to talk about diamond hands? He has the fucking gauntlet of power, bro. We don't have shit compared to these people. We're just picking up the little droppings from them. That's all we're doing. You know, that shit just amazes me, man. How people act and react to celebrities or people of influence, you know, because I'm not influenced by them. I'm not influenced by none of those. I'm not influenced by anybody. I don't let any of their opinions or what they say or what they do influence my decisions, because I operate autonomously without their input. I will take your input into consideration, but that does not mean that I'm going to do exactly what you say. That's a crock of shit. I mean, that's what a lot of people do, you know? As soon as he said, oh, everyone buy Dodge, or Dodge to the moon, then Dogecoin shot up in price, but then it dropped back down right away because it's fucking useless. It has no use whatsoever. And there's so many of them, it's not even funny. It's like a quadrillion, there's trillions of them, you know? And this is the thing, man. It's like, that's if you're smart enough, you will come to understand that most people don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't. They're just going off of what they read and they see on social media, the news, and on their phone and on their computer. And they're not actually like reading it and analyzing it and breaking it down and trying to find out what's correct and what's not. People don't do that shit. They never, and you know what? I don't think that they really ever have. because so many people are making bad decisions. It's not even funny. Robinhood got sued for $75 million. Some kid killed himself because he saw that he had a negative balance on his Robinhood account or bank account or whatever. So he killed himself. Okay? Think about that person who did that. Why the fuck would you do something like that? I mean, it's a tragedy, don't get me wrong, but, you know, is Robinhood responsible for that? You know, I don't know, man. That's up to the courts. So anyways, with all that being said, there's no such thing as get rich quick, man. It's hard work, it's dedication. You have to have your own team and build your own team. Or get on a team that's being built, and you do have to do everyone has to do their due diligence. Everyone has to do their due diligence, whether they're together or whether they're separate. So that's another thing that's going to help build your portfolio up, is making the right decisions or coming close to making the right decisions, because like I said, this is a crapshoot. So this video is getting long, and I got to do a couple of things around my house. And I'm not even going to check my crypto tonight. I'm just going to leave it. And when I wake up in the morning, it'll be a surprise. So you guys, invest your money wisely. I'm not telling you what to invest into, and I'm not giving you advice, but I'm not giving you telling you what to invest into, but I'm giving you advice on investing wisely and making sure that you still have money in your pocket, so that way you're not completely broke, and you're not letting your thoughts build you up and listening to all the lies that come out and using that as a way to build up your confidence when you invest into something. The first thing is you can entertain a thought without actually accepting it. Okay? I believe that was Marcus Aurelius. But anyways, you know, good luck, and I will talk to you guys later.